First they love you, then they hate you again. Lifelong dreams, we just striving to win. Started from the bottom, go from Buick to Benz. Yeah, we stop them games where they start to begin. Y'all ain't fucking with us, we ain't fucking with them. Every time y'all drop, y'all ain't dropping no gems. I need cash money just like Baby and Slim. And we don't believe in second chances are slim. What's up?
Real inappropriate. I am Mike Torch.
Mac Way.
Dame Diddy.
Jillian Beth.
Word. This is Inappropriality, episode 84. Shout out our sponsors. Shout out Haiku, Terry's Tees. Haiku, fire ass hats. We'll let you know when the new one's about to drop.
Actually, my fault. Let me read it. Go ahead, Mike. You talk.
Go ahead.
I'm reading. Text this nigga wrote me the other day about what he actually got coming out in the spring. So we got some windbreakers, and some vinyl. Not vinyl. I'm tripping.
I was like,
I
vinyl?
can't even say this word.
Velour tracksuits. You too young to know about velour. You too young to know about velour tracksuits. You too young.
Word, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
No bullshit. But yeah, those is coming real soon. I mean, he thanks everybody for the support and the love. Keep
Word.
supporting.
We'll let you guys know when them shit's gonna come out.
And if he wasn't working so hard, he would have pulled up. But that nigga said he was busy.
Word. Extended family, you already know. Don't need an invite. Isaiah, Terry's Tees. You can put your logo on a bunch of shit. Another graphic designer. What? We have a graphic designer on today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
How have you been?
Going
Word.
with the flow.
This is life, you already know.
Life.
There's y'all ups and downs. We all live in it.
Exactly.
I guess. When did you get started with this? Last seen the oldest post on this page was in 2015.
Yeah, like I guess mid 2015, I just started going like super ham with it. Like before, it was just like something I do for like a hobby, like as an artist myself. Before I was like, I need to figure out how to do certain things because it really costs too much to get certain things done, and everybody has to figure some shit out to make it happen. So
Word.
That was my thing. Like, I'm gonna get in front of this computer, I'm gonna figure out what programs I gotta use, what I gotta do, and just go from there. So
Fuck outsourcing.
15ish, I was like, I'm gonna just take it serious and do what I gotta do.
The work is dope.
Yeah. Thank you.
The work is definitely quality work. For real.
I try to stay on top of the quality and fast turnarounds and shit like that, and giving my customers exactly what they want. Like, I really work with them until like they're pretty much satisfied. Like, I don't just be like, okay, here you go, let me give you this half-ass shit. Like, nah, tell me what you want, we'll go back and forth, we'll figure it out, and I'll try my best to get it exactly the way that they want it done. So
Word. What is it exactly you can do?
pretty much a lot. Graphic design, print, media edits, branding, marketing solutions. Like if you need your business cards done, I do like QRs too. So, and those are good for pretty much a lot of things. You can share your links with music. You can share your YouTube links,
instead
website
of being
links.
like, hey, pull out your phone.
Right.
Having a hard time typing your ID name, all you got to do is just scan this.
Exactly, and it'll pop up. So
That's dope. That's definitely in the times I don't see nobody else that has that.
yeah, I haven't seen anybody
Around this area.
around this
Bro,
area.
you gotta
yet,
stay
but
creative
hopefully
and innovative.
it really gets out there and spread out, because it is a very like upcoming tool that a lot of people are using, and it's easy for us to be like, hey, I want to know, like, let's say if you did music or something like that, like share your YouTube links, Spotify, Apple, all that shit. Like, it could be all one click of a button, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't have time to put your CD in, put your YouTube link in, just look you up in general. So it just makes it faster. So that's one of the services I offer.
You're 100% self-taught?
Yeah.
Word.
Okay.
You consider going to school?
I guess, I don't know. Like, there's really so much you could teach yourself that you can't get from a classroom. Like for me, for instance, like school's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a good test taker or things like that. Like I'm more of like, if I see it, I know it, I'm gonna do it. Like kind of like Drumline. You know what I mean?
Right,
When he
like
was in there, like, oh,
hands-on.
what the fuck is this? I can't read these fucking sheets, but I know how to play. So, I just
Cheating
it
on
all
tests
it
and
all
shit.
it
Just
really
look over
it
at the
really
person showing
started from like what's that shit, Microsoft Paint. When it was back on the Macintosh, like. I was like, now I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to take out the background on these images. I'm going to figure out how to do this shit.
Right.
MySpace. I'm going to figure out how to do a div layout. I'm going to figure out how to take the background
I
out.
don't
Just
know
play
what you
my
talking
music. Figure
What's
out
that?
the codes.
Cut it out.
What's that?
You ain't that fucking young. That was your first social media,
Yeah.
nigga. Cut it out.
For real.
Nigga.
MySpace
Damn well you was on the
a
space.
hit.
Yo, I'm dead ass. I was gone.
Oh yeah.
I was gone. I would have like.
Remember, there was a point in time when niggas started having cool ass backgrounds and shit on their layouts, pictures of them and all
Right,
that cool
like you
shit.
couldn't see their top 8s and 10s. It was a
Yeah.
big deal
Niggas
because
start
if you
flipping the
wasn't
top
on the
20s.
top, you was like not important.
I used to get phone calls about that
Right,
shit.
like
I
I'm
ain't
not
in
on your top
5.
5, top 4, top
So I
8.
broke out of your top 8, nigga.
What did I do to you?
It's not that serious, man.
How important is it to have a good look when marketing?
Very, like when anybody looks at your stuff, the first thing that they notice is how it looks. Just like when they look at you, they look like, okay, I'm gonna look at you top to bottom. What are you wearing? What's on your feet? You know what I mean? Like you're automatically getting judged. So that a part of your marketing is a part of your whole look, your brand. It goes with you. You know what I mean? Like you can't really take some of those back. Like let's say if Jay-Z was looking at your shit today and you got some shit that's 360p and you can't, it's so low resolution that he's like, I don't even want to look at this shit. Or
Shit hurt my eyes and shit.
rather than somebody that got an HD photo and is like, okay, who's this? You know what I mean? So certain things matter, like, and marketing is definitely something that needs to be taken 100% serious. Like your look is everything.
Do you feel you perfected your craft?
I feel like I have room to grow. Like, there's always things that I want to learn. There's always things that I need to do. Like, I can't say that I perfected it. I could say that I've gotten to a level where I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But there's definitely room to grow and things that I need to, brush up on and learn and things like that. And some of those things I get from, like, my peers and shit. So I'm happy with growing and, not acting like I know everything. I don't know everything. Like, if I knew everything, I wouldn't be here.
Word.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You could critique old work, like a lot. You go back and look at all the old shit you
I
did.
look
And
at all my old shit. I'm like, damn. Like, I know now, like, if I was to go back, I'd be like, I changed this. I moved this around. I fucking, is that...
We're at the same shit even with a song too.
Right.
Like you change your bar here. Should have said this.
Right, I should have did this. I should have changed the hook on this part.
You're not making any music anymore?
I've done a couple things, but I don't know. It's like, it's kind of like a gray area right now. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I do have a couple songs that I want to get recorded and done. I just don't know if it's going to be on some shit like, oh, I'm trying to be an artist and shit like that. I'm committing to being an artist and doing all that because, I don't know, it's for some people and it's not for everybody. I'm not saying that it's not for me, but right now I have a whole different focus, and my focus is trying to, get this graphic thing off the ground. I feel like I could still be in the mix with everybody else doing what I'm doing already. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always somebody that needs a flyer. There's always somebody that needs a business card, a logo. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I don't necessarily have to be in the music part of it. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still involved, just not as consumed as I was before. You know what I mean? Like, just trying and trying and trying. I feel like if I'm going to do it, it's just going to be, like, because I feel like I want to, and I feel like that's something that, I don't know, not a lot of people will be able to understand, but, it's kind of personal. Like, if I'm going to do music, I'm going to do it for me, not because I want to, chase a stardom or be a star or all the extra shit. Like, I used to want that when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, it's a whole different ball game now. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
and
definitely what you said. It's a fucking commitment and a
it,
half.
it is a
Like,
commitment.
a
It is.
grind.
It is. Like, you see, like, even what's her name? Meg Thee Stallion. A prime example. You get caught up in shit that you don't even understand or know that you're, getting involved in, and then it's hard to pull yourself out of there. Not saying that it's impossible, but why go through all those struggles? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like be an independent artist. Do as much as you can. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna live comfortably, not for like, some people just do too much, and then you get caught up, and then your life's cut short, I feel.
Word. What are some terrible ways to brand yourself?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start off with one.
I already have one.
This way.
Yo. Do not tag 1,000 people in your fucking links, yo. I swear to God, yo, I do not look at them shits. I don't know. Y'all like that?
I'm gonna
When
keep
somebody
it
tags,
if somebody tags me in a post that has got like 100 tags, I might like it because I know you, or because some shit like that. Like, but I might not listen or click or look or view.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
I used to do that like
don't.
a long time ago. Like, oh, I'm gonna tag 100 people because I can. I just found out I could tag 100 niggas, but that shit doesn't always work. You gotta know who follows you. Like where your groups are and shit like that. And
people
you
that
kind
I
of let them
know
go to you.
that I know are gonna like fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a bunch of random people.
Exactly.
One thing I hate is when people go on like in your inbox and be like, oh, go and comment on like on the post or whatever. Like, no, I do that on my own. Like, if I fuck with it, I will repost the link if I want to. We were just having a conversation the other day. Like, don't be in my inbox talking about, oh, can you repost this or not? No, I would do that on my own.
Right. Don't force natural interactions.
Right.
Certain shit has to be a
natural.
natural interaction for a person to really accept it and fuck with it. You know what I mean? Just like she said, okay, now if I go like your post or share your post, but I ain't buy none of your shit, I ain't listen to none of your music, I didn't do anything as far as supporting you besides like it or share it, which is some aspect of support, but in
Yeah, I
the
don't
same
like
breath,
people
it's
to
like,
try to make me force to support. Like, I want it to feel genuine. I want to be able to know that you're the same person you are, like, on and off, the screen. Like, people get caught up in what the internet is and shit like that. Like, you gotta be the same person you are when I meet you outside this, and not just, façading it. Like, come on.
What are some other ways
All grown.
you guys don't like?
putting a bra in your logo.
Yeah.
I really don't think if you're branding yourself, just put a fucking bra in your logo.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
It's what it is at this point.
We got a
Any
new one.
ideas?
We got a new one. We just keeping this banner up
Oh, I wasn't
for the
thinking
time being.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Eureka. Damn,
Oh my
no, we
God,
don't.
yo.
Spicy.
Oh my God, yo. Oh man.
Well, I didn't make that logo.
Who are some people you work with?
A lot of logos, a few artists. I don't know specifically.
Word. Business is business. It's like weird. You be taking people's ideas, or they just like not stealing. I'm talking about like they give you
Right, 'cause
idea.
everything's custom over
Right.
here.
They just give you an idea. You just put your own spin on everything, or you give them exactly what they want.
Sometimes the client will come to me and they'll have an idea already, or they'll have something drawn out and like, hey, I need this in digital form and shit like that. And then some people be like, I don't know what I want. I just know that this is the name of my company. I might like these colors, and then I'll just go from there. And usually, like, knock on wood, so far, all the people that I've done, like graphics for, like haven't had a problem with anything like that I've done. You know what I mean? Like maybe like once or twice, like, hey, can you redo this for me? But it's never been like, I don't fuck with what you did or some shit like that. Like, I try to take care of my customers as best as possible. Try to get exactly what they want done.
You have like a favorite preference or for customers, like the ones that either want a specific idea or the ones that just let you do your own type of thing to it?
What was it again?
Like, do you have your own like favorite preference like of customers?
Oh, do I have a preference of customers? The ones that pay me the most.
Sounds about
no,
right.
I like people that I love all my customers. They all, you know, they never give me any problems. Like I said, we never really have any back and forth with anybody that I've ever done work with. It's always been like straightforward, boop boop boop. Maybe the ones that, you know, like kind of have a consistency with me, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate longevity and stuff like that.
Right.
And like, you know, let's grow together and, you know, work towards, you know, future endeavors. And if I'm doing something that doesn't fit the need, like, kind of give me a direction so we can, you know, work it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I haven't had, you know, any real big issues with anybody that I've done work with. So I'm, you know, I'm grateful for that.
That's Spanish music?
Yeah, yo, you should have. You didn't hear what was going on earlier?
Yeah, but I wasn't really. Okay, they going in.
Nah, some dude from fucking Lebanon was here earlier or some shit. They had some hookah going on. I don't know what the fuck. Habibi them was back there.
They living.
For
They're
real.
smoking weed, they're smoking weed.
Damn, speaking of them
Sidebar.
motherfuckers, I was actually about to ask this question, but like speaking of them motherfuckers, is it okay for men to wear thong sandals?
Nah. Hell no. Hell no.
I know that.
Not even if they give them to you for free.
Only the white dudes do that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be white.
You gotta
I
be-
mean,
I done seen a
Spanish
couple
people
dark
do
niggas
it
do
too.
that
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I guess
they
it's a
definitely
PR
do.
thing.
Them
You know what I
shits,
mean?
them shits.
Chancletas, you know.
Yeah, chancletas.
You
I ain't never
you
seen
just
nothing
can't
wrong
be
with
black.
that.
Right.
I has a
Can't
lot.
be black.
They be
Yeah,
wearing
that's
sandals with them. I mean socks with them shits too.
Nah,
my
the
God.
socks with the sandals be crazy. Like,
The socks with the thong
especially
sandals.
if you
Oh,
wearing
damn.
chancletas, the
Thongies.
thongs, you can't wear no
Like
socks.
the
You
Nike
can't wear no
and
socks.
Adidas sandals, you can wear socks.
Yeah,
But
that's-
the thong sandals, nah.
Yeah, slides, yes. Sandals, thongs, hell no.
I feel like people get mad at that too, but I think that came from athletes like wearing socks and slides. But people bug over everything.
But a lot of people don't. There's people that like toes, and then there's people that don't. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, that's a
do I
fact.
want to see your shits or do I not? You know,
Put some socks on.
put some socks on.
That's crazy.
Do you? All right. So since y'all want to ask me weird questions, socks on or off when you go to bed?
Off. My socks are off.
It depends.
My socks are off.
Some
in
nights
the
I-
house.
I
Right,
sleep
it's
on,
the
some nights I
depending
sleep
night.
them shits off, yeah.
Yeah, I could start off with them shits on, but like halfway through, them shits is coming on.
You gotta keep your shits on
he
at all times.
he said your feet was crazy before on the show.
You never seen his shit?
Nah, hell
Oh
no.
my
I don't think I
God.
want to, bro.
Go to the beach with Dame.
You're not
For the first like 30 minutes, I'm wearing my socks, and then out of nowhere, you're gonna be like, "Yo!" I'm be like, "What?" You're like, "Nigga!" I'm be like, "Nigga, I already know." Nothing new.
I live with this shit. That shit
Nigga
is
said nigga already know.
crazy.
Yeah.
So is that like something like you keep from chicks, like when you first like getting to know them and shit like
Yo,
that?
that
You-
should
you
be
keep-
funny. They'd be like, "Let me see your feet." I'm like, "Why do you want to see my feet?" I didn't even care to ask about yours. So, like, honestly, probably like not really high, but it's not like, yo, boop boop, here go my toes. Like, it's you know what I mean? They might not notice for a while. Like, I've never seen your feet. Like,
Yo,
what?
you-
Not
I don't wanna
notice.
believe
That shit is crazy.
It should be real.
They gotta
You
catch me
ain't
at
never
the
dealt
pool
with
or
nobody
some
for a
shit.
couple months and be like, yo, I've never seen your feet.
Nah.
Or I've never seen you without a wig on.
Nah.
Yeah, bullshit. You gotta think.
I never seen your morning face with no makeup.
Nah.
Bullshit.
Nah.
I relate.
Nah.
Nah, for
No,
real.
me neither.
That's like I guess the only way any woman could fucking compare that to is like a nigga wearing hats all the goddamn time. Like
Right.
you don't ever see a nigga
that's real.
without a hat. And as soon as
That's
he take his
real.
hat off, like
Are you
oh,
good?
You
the
ever
fuck that
worked,
noggin.
you ever worked with niggas for years and then you see that motherfucker one time without their work hat on? You like, whoa! You look like a whole different fucking person. Put your work hat back on. Nigga, I don't care we at Walmart.
It's like you understand why you wearing a hat all the time.
Hell yeah.
Nah, think about it. Like, if you go to work every day and you see the same motherfuckers in the work clothes every day, but you never see them outside of work, the one time you see them outside of work, you be like, that's you. What the fuck? Like, you never been.
Mad judgmental.
They like, nigga, they like looking at you like, what? Like, nothing. Like, nigga, that's you? Like, work, that's not you.
We speaking on work shit, right? I don't know if y'all saw this story. Some Denny's and employee, right? She got like a $4,000 tip, and the manager at Denny's wasn't trying to give it to her.
I wouldn't
Yeah, I
either.
seen that shit.
You wouldn't give it to her?
Nigga, fuck some bitch, hell no! Bitch, 4 bands, ain't nobody leave you 4 bands, they left that for me.
That's
They
fucked
said the
up.
restaurant was nice, bitch. The restaurant.
That's fucked up.
I couldn't have been the server. I'd have whooped his ass.
Oh yeah, that'd have been my quitting day. You damn
Yeah,
straight.
You would have been
4 bands at Denny's, nigga. That's fucking what?
I ain't even going front. It would have been like, brother, just give me my cash. I'm done for
Denny's
the day.
is not even that.
I'm robbing the register.
Yeah, that's it.
You take my
Taking the
money, nigga, I'm
register?
shit.
No one whoever she worked at, they probably didn't even have that much money in the place to give up. Like,
But if he tipped it, then he paid with his credit card or whatever, so they had to reimburse.
that shit gotta be in the store. They gotta go in the city.
You gotta
I
go,
want
you gotta
my
get that girl her
money.
chicken. Like that.
I ain't know. That's a used Honda.
Listen,
Fuck you mean? I need my 4 bands. I
Yo.
need my 4 bands.
Y'all see that meme going around? Like niggas still selling like 95 Hondas for
fucked
outrageous shit.
Oh my
That's
god.
fucked up.
What was everybody's worst job?
Worse?
Working at Amazon.
That was your worst job?
Because I worked in the warehouse and it was basically.
You ain't steal shit?
Hell no.
That's why it was bad to you. If you utilize your perks as an employee,
Utilize your perks.
your
Fuck
discounts.
that.
you know what I'm saying? 5 figures.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
That's fucked
Amazon.
up.
Amazon is worth too much to be stealing from these people.
What?
You want to be escorted out and embarrassed? No.
You don't work there no more, though.
So why would I go back?
No, I'm saying at the moment you decided, I'm done with this job.
I literally.
I done
just
walked
left.
out with some shit. 4K something, motherfucker. Drones up.
There's cameras everywhere. And they have
Keep
like,
my last
oh,
check.
There's not enough eyes to watch all those
Nah,
cameras.
but when you leave, you have to get checked out.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because you're in the warehouse. But it was just basically just long hours. You just picking. I just was picking. I went to lunch. I did a couple of picks, and then I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go home. And I just literally just walked out of there.
Damn, you quit mid-shift.
Got an L in the car.
Mid-shift. You
Yeah.
ain't still like, where's all K Finesse? Finesse her ass up out of here is what she said.
That was the
one of my
ultimate
like
finesse.
top worst jobs.
Go back to Massachusetts. This is in Connecticut when they have the warehouse in Connecticut.
I think my top
Yeah,
worst
warehouse
job.
jobs are bullshit. I never understood. Like my sister loves
Hate it.
doing that shit. I'm
That
like,
money.
girl,
Nah, that shit do be bread.
But now
Yeah,
you be on your
that's what
feet
it is.
all day.
Yeah.
Like,
getting carpal tunnel in your
Yeah.
knees and
Bullshit.
fucking
Back
sciatica in
braces
your
and
back,
shit.
all types of
Yep,
shit.
all types of shit.
I think my top worst job, that shit might have been like waste management. It was like some picking, but I was picking trash, yo. Like, and I was standing up. It was like a big ass conveyor belt, and it was like somebody over there. Somebody
You
on this
apply
side.
for that shit?
Nah, yo. This was like yo, I
To
had
dig
mad
through
jobs.
garbage?
Listen.
What the fuck was the bag on this?
Nigga, it was through a temp agency.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. So
There was no bag on this.
It was nah. It wasn't no crazy bag. Nah. It was
To
like
dig
some.
through people's
This is
trash.
probably like 2008, some shit. So
Yeah,
probably
it was
short,
a
way
crazy bag,
super
yeah.
short bread, maybe like $10 an hour if that. So you know what I mean? You know, we had to pick trash. So I did this shit for a good like no bullshit. I did this shit for like 2 weeks. I had a 6 a.m. to like 2 shift, and I'm thinking it couldn't be that bad. But dog, this probably was the worst job I've ever.
Picking through trash. I would think it'd be a shitty ass
what
job.
are you exactly doing? You literally like.
Oh, it's just a
picking-
conveyor belt, like a table like this, and somebody's on this side, you on this side, and they're telling you ideally
Picking which
like,
trash is
what
better
you're
than the other
no,
trash?
No, what you're looking for in this sense of trash. So you're supposed to pull out specific things and drop it into your drop side, whatever's on your drop box over there. So if you got like metal stuff. You're supposed to like grab the metal and as fast as you can, grab it and like throw it in this thing. Mind you, this shit can
Y'all
hook
niggas
you.
is lab rats?
Yo, that's some crazy shit. I was like,
All I
nigga,
keep
what?
picturing in my head, no bullshit, is a Toy Story shit. You know what I mean? Like,
So you gotta think.
yo, I'm about to
You
die.
gotta look at this shit.
God.
So I'm looking at this shit. If you look down the line, you just see a bunch of motherfuckers like doing this shit fast. I'm like, we look like slaves. Straight slaves working for a white dude. Looking
took you
all
2
fat.
weeks?
Nigga, it took me 2 weeks because I was broke. I was fucked up. You know what I'm
That
saying?
$10 wasn't gonna get you out that
It
situation.
wasn't, but it took. I was just like, you know what? I have to just quit this job. Pull one of her moves. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. That's everybody's
I didn't
slogan.
even tell nobody. I just left.
Nah, I was like, I had to.
You
got to.
I sent all the
He said
products
you
back
got
though.
to.
I
You
didn't
got
leave
to
the
at
product
this
there.
job. They need you.
But I
They
bounced.
need you on the line so the belt don't.
I
stop
think when
you
I
from
was
that.
18, I worked at like Subway cross training to do like the
Oh,
gas
Subway suck
station
ass, too.
and Subway at the same time. And some lady came in. They told me at like whatever the interview and shit that might have like people from fucking corporate come in and whatever give you a bad order. But this bitch came to the thing. She ordered her sandwich. I made it for her all nice and shit. You know, I'm still new, brand new. She comes, she slams the whole sandwich on the thing. I didn't order it like this, like just being rude as fuck. And then I was just like, yo, this is not a job for me. Like, I cannot. Like, I wanted to pick up the sandwich so bad. Like, you don't even understand. Like, listen, I'm going to go to the back, exactly what you did. I'm about to go smoke a L, and that's about it. Call it a day. This is not how I want to live life. Serving no fucking sandwiches for no rude-ass bitches. Fuck out of here. But that was the only, it was like one day I ever did like fast food type shit. Everything
The way they
else.
make them sandwiches, they make that shit look so easy. But when I worked there, I'm like, what
It's
the
disgusting,
fuck?
bro.
This is not for me.
Everything's in bags and shit already pre-made. And
All
then
you
they
doing
just
is separating
Eat 'em
from
up,
most of
eat
your
'em up.
shit.
Eat
Yep.
them up, eat them up.
Like
real
the
quick.
meatballs.
It's just like a hot pocket. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Everybody loves
I
that
mean,
shit.
it's convenient, but it's definitely not.
Yeah, man, I don't be fucking
Not
with no
worth
type
that.
of fast food like that. Oh, you was about to say something? You got one? Why Studio Rebels? Where'd that come from?
Studio Rebels. Long. I don't know how to answer this question. Because before I was kind of saying like studio junkie. I even got this tab right here, studio junkie, because I was just in the studio like, 24/7, practically just living in there. And then the Rebels came from Black. He's like, you're like a rebel, So then it was like Studio Rebels. I don't know, just kind of just
Rung.
ran together, like
No,
just flew
it's not
together.
right.
Word.
And then it just was from there, Studio Rebels. And then this symbol right here is an extension from Puro Material. And that's my original team where I came from doing music and shit. So, you gotta keep my loyalty, it shows in everything that I do. Like, if I'm with you, I'm 100% for you, whether it's business, personal, whatever, like, straight 100, like, so.
Damn, where'd he go?
Everything's an extension of my loyalty.
When do you know you're good at something?
When people compliment you without you having to ask for it. When people share your things without you having to ask them to share it. When people show you that unconditional love without you having to fucking toot your own motherfucking horn or say, I'm good at this.
Word. I definitely agree with that. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but there's definitely been this thing going around in this area about people complaining about not getting support
Listen,
from their own peers. It's like,
the only way you never get support is by calming everything else down. That means, like, when you're online and you're saying certain things, you gotta remember that there's a whole bunch of people watching you, and you're saying certain things and it's gonna upset certain type of people. Like, and on the internet, you're not able to identify how the person's saying it. Like, I could say something right now and somebody would take it the whole complete other way. You know what I mean? That brings me back to being the same you are as online as you are in person. Like, it has to like kind of show that. You know what I mean? Without overstepping it and making people feel like you have to do something
they're
for
all
them.
quiet, shy. It's like, who are you? You're not the same person that be going ham on Facebook. Like,
Word.
I try to keep my shit at a minimum. I like to keep my page real nice, but sometimes it gets me a little annoyed, and I be wanting to say certain things, and I have to remember, listen, Joe, you got a business going, you're doing good for yourself. Some of these people aren't mature enough to understand like what it takes to be in business or even move forward as a person, and create certain communications with certain people or connections. Like, it's all a vibe. Like, if I feel your vibe is off in any certain way, like, I'm not gonna entertain it. Not even a fucking ounce. And if I do entertain it for a minute, that means that I really cared, and you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to put some, of my, you know what I mean? I don't have to say no more, but.
Like, my answer to that is, like, who cares? Like, honestly, like, just focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. Everything else will fall into place. Like, just let the music speak for itself. That's it.
Word. I feel like if you're begging for anything online, you ain't gonna get it. People just gonna poke fun at you. They're just gonna poke fun at you. Like, you begging. Like,
look
begging.
When Tyrese was doing all of that shit with the ride.
I know, like.
No matter what your platform is, you start begging, you're gonna look like a chump ass motherfucker. Ain't nobody siding with you, and you begging for attention, begging for
There's a difference between closed mouths and begging.
Those are fun.
Like, there's a certain way to communicate with people. Like, oh, I don't have this. I can't, afford to do certain things. I can't, like, I like starting this company. Like, I didn't have shit. You know what I mean? I only had Microsoft Paint back in the day. Like, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna ask people, hey, can I use your computer? I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna fucking do some research and shit like that. But it's all about how you communicate with people and how you voice that you don't have these things and that you need help. Like, no one's saying that they're better than anybody else. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else. I'm not saying that I don't want to help people, but there's a certain way that you ask for help. You don't just, oh, I'm not fucking with you. You're not sharing my shit. You're not doing this. Like, I'm not obligated to do a motherfucking thing. At the end of the day, I got 2 kids. Those are the only, responsibilities that I have. So when you're asking me to go out of my way, I expect you to be genuine
when you start
vibe.
throwing some dollars over here, then I'll be obligated to be sharing shit.
Not even dollars can make me obligated to do certain
No, but you
shit.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
to extent, yep.
I seen this question online too. It goes exactly into this.
Oh, we have ad space.
Yeah.
Anybody needs that.
Damn, you threw me all the way the fuck off.
Sorry.
Like, it's high as fuck. What was you just talking about? Oh God, that's probably
God.
God.
Thing online that goes with this.
So you got your laptop right there? Yeah.
But I mean, this is off of.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's a different thing.
So that rice with lasagna.
Oh yeah, why Puerto Ricans be eating rice with lasagna? I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit.
I don't feel like it goes together, but I don't. I see.
Don't do that shit.
People do it.
You do that shit?
You do that shit.
I don't do that
you
shit.
don't go to a quinceañera or nothing like that, or a baby shower.
I don't eat.
You never been to a Spanish party?
Yeah,
you do.
And it's usually like baked.
But nah,
food,
niggas
though.
niggas make that shit
know
in
you
their
do that
house.
shit. You know your ass did
At
that
a party, yeah, man, my plate is full of everything.
I'd be like,
But not at home. I'm not making that shit for dinner. I'm not making rice and lasagna for dinner.
I am.
People make it like that at the crib?
Yeah, Puerto Ricans.
I've never seen that.
Puerto
I've seen it
Ricans.
at the party.
Nah,
Hella
Ricans.
starch.
But it gotta be white rice.
Hella
It gotta be
starch.
white,
White
rice.
rice.
Though. It can't be rice and beans. It gotta be white rice.
Or shout out Blacksmith out in the back.
You put hot sauce in your lasagna?
Yeah, I put hot sauce on everything.
Nah.
You're not black.
Yeah, I put hot sauce on everything. Bro. I got to.
It's got its own flavor. I'm good.
Yo.
You sound like people who don't like hot sauce. It's got
That's just
its
too
own
much.
flavor.
You put hot sauce on your pizza too?
Yes,
Yeah.
nigga.
Nigga, you bugging,
That's
nigga.
reasonable.
That's
supposed to do.
reasonable.
Yeah. It gets boring after a while.
Man, I put hot sauce on everything.
I'd rather
Don't
dip
let
my
me
shit
have
in
no
ranch.
jalapenos in the fucking house. I put jalapenos
Yo,
on
jalapenos
everything.
go on
too.
everything, dog.
Jalapenos
Swear
go
to
on
God,
Jalapenos
yo.
go on everything.
Niggas-
Hot like it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You already know.
I done seen the pepper challenge. I'm
I
upset
know.
with the hot
Nah,
shit.
but that pepper. I was thinking about that shit earlier today too. Them peppers are
She
deadly.
said my stomach done.
I can't do that shit again.
Yeah, had some peppers.
That's how they have both
you-
peppers.
Nah.
Nah, he already
I
mentioned
know
that.
you got
Hell no.
it. Yeah, I know for real. Part of the
Like, guys, I'm
crew.
leaving, I'm sorry.
Yo, so I hear y'all fuck with Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Sure
good with
do.
that? Y'all go ahead with that shit.
Hell yeah, level 38.
Yo, that
Queen
shit,
JB.
that shit is bad funny.
No
Somebody said
bullshit.
y'all traveled somewhere to go like.
We went all the way to Canada to go
God.
to the Montreal Fest. It was lit
lit.
though. Like there was mad
That's
people.
lit.
It was super chill. We got our Philly tickets. We're trying to, make sure that the corona is calmed down by then. Because there's gonna be a lot of
No,
people.
that ain't.
Yo, this
It
shit
ain't.
is wild.
Shit
Heavy
ain't coming
roar.
down. It's just picking up.
That shit a heavy roar.
But
Oh no, man, I don't.
in all positivity, when they finish doing what they're doing over there in the government, then they could just clear shit up for the Pokemon goers, so we can go raid and catch a new Pokemon and catch a couple shinies and be lit. No, but for real, Pokemon Go is a whole nother community. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was gonna be what it was. Like, for a minute, I was like, hell no, I'm not playing. I was not arguing, but like, like hell no, I'm not gonna play. Because Black and his friend also have it on their phones for quite some time, but they weren't playing for a while, and then they just start back up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna download the app. I'm like, I didn't think nothing of it. Couple days in, I was invested. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm addicted to this shit. Nah. But
That's
and then
mad funny.
we fucking followed the map all the way to some place in Hartford, found this like cute duck park or whatever, found a whole bunch of different monumental shit. Then randomly I poke out the window and I see some other guy on his phone and I'm like, hey, you playing Pokemon Go? And then he looked at me strange for a second, but he was like, yeah. So I'm like, what's your friend code? And then it just inspired me to ask everybody I seen with their phone for their friend code. And I got like 188 friends right now, and we like do certain raids together in our community sometimes, and we've traveled to Canada
that shit
and
is crazy.
some of our group went over there too. So there was like 10 of us out in Canada. There's gonna be at least 10 of us down in Philly. It's dope.
Has any of them reached out for anything for your business, anything like that?
Yeah. And I've reached out to some of them for their business. Like, we got a couple people that do certain things. Like, we got this guy that does, like, 3D printing. He always brings us, like, these Pokemon that are 3D printed and shit like that. So we're, talking about maybe doing something together. We got tattoo artists. Fucking, there's a whole bunch of different people that you don't even think that, they're just regular people, but they all do different shit. Like, it's pretty dope.
Should there be a I can't even get this out. Hooters for women.
Should there be a Hooters?
Hooters, nigga.
Yeah,
What you mean, like
Hooters.
Hooters? Okay.
Sure if I want to
So,
look at
what is it gonna be,
Fucking
like, two
Dooters.
nuts as the logo?
Dick and balls. Dick and balls.
I don't know.
Nah,
Dick
I
and
don't know if
balls.
I want to fucking look at. I'm good. I don't know if I want to fucking look at balls.
Nigga, you might as well go to
While you eating and shit?
All I could just
Yeah,
picture is
like,
some
nah,
guys in
like-
some tight shorts and shit with like a
They
bulge.
gonna be wearing them little thong shits, them
Damn,
shit.
you gonna fucking apply?
Yeah.
Better than picking trash, right?
Yeah,
Would you rather, yo, Dave? Would you rather
Everybody's
do that or
doing
pick
Chip
trash?
and
What you doing?
If that was
You
the
rather
option
work it
back
at
then,
Dooders or picking trash? What you do?
we talking like,
You gotta work at Dooders. You gotta wear little shorts and fucking.
I stick to the profession I got now.
What do you think would be
Nah,
like
pick
your,
one. What you got? What you doing? You rather? You can say pick trash. You rather pick
Listen,
trash
I
if you
know
don't
how
want to
pick
do it.
trash.
Damn.
He's working at Dooders.
Yeah.
He said it's for women, so
Women
it
there.
ain't nothing.
What do
They're
you think
gonna
would be
tip
like the
you.
criteria?
But you gotta show your feet.
Oh,
Picking trash. You gotta look at balls and feet
He said
while you
picking
eat.
trash.
You gotta look at balls and feet while you eat.
Balls and feet while you eat. Damn.
That's the slogan.
Listen. I'm gonna do everything
Where
right.
they give you most
Yo, we gotta pitch this to my nigga Yola.
My whole tip is gone, brother. I'm all
That
set.
shit gonna smell
Wait,
like
what?
We got pitch this to
Nickels.
Yola.
That shit gonna smell like straight nickels.
Oh
in there.
yo, that should be hilarious.
Shit,
This
actually,
nigga,
I
this
might
nigga
get paid
Keno
extra.
White said he gonna be the first one to fill it out.
That's-
You see Keno come to your table at Dooders.
That should be hilarious. So he come back every time with a different fucking wig or outfit. Oh man, that would be too funny.
Oh my goodness.
Shit,
Yeah,
they might pay
go
me
ahead.
extra for my feet though. No bullshit.
Give you extra for
Oh, you
your
need to get those
feet.
fixed, young man. You know what
They
I'm
might
saying? Throw a
go
little extra
bankrupt
money
for
on
your
my
feet.
shit.
Poor child.
Dooders is gonna be shut down after they see your feet.
fucking health hazard.
I'm gonna say
Quarantine,
the
yeah,
same
They
shit.
have this guy working here. For the health department, everything.
Everybody's gonna be curious what my feet really look like after the show.
How forgetful is everybody when they high?
Oh man, it's pointless to talk
Come
to
on,
me.
dog. That's
I think that's when I'm the most productive.
Word.
Productive, yeah.
Yeah, like just
I like to smoke and do
everything
shit too.
just boop 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 finds its way like in its own category in my brain. Like
But then in those times, you're just like just now, like what the fuck what was I saying? Yeah, that happens all the time. Or you walk out of a room and you forget what you was about to go do. Y'all ever do that?
Yeah.
Every day.
Like, fuck, what was I about to go do?
Every day.
Damn, I thought I was the only one good. I bet.
It's called age. So creeping up on you.
Like,
I'll
damn.
look dead at my keys and go all the way downstairs to my car and be like, damn, I forgot my keys.
I'm not surprised.
That's some shit I do like.
Yeah, that's
all
that
the
super.
time.
That's that super high shit. Look for your phone while it's in your hand.
While you on it.
Where the fuck is
Use
my
your
Turn
flashlight.
flashlight on. Where the fuck is my phone? This is really crazy.
Nah, I never did that. I'm a trip.
You never?
Never did that one.
I never
I looked
called
at my
nobody.
phone and it been on my
I've been
lap, like,
on my phone. I've been on it, like, but not like press send. Like, yo, you see my
Yo,
shit?
you see my phone?
No, nigga, that's some special.
And then they come help you look for it?
Oh, you not high no more. You want some other shit.
You bugging.
Yeah, that's when he be doing that other shit.
Whoa. You?
What?
And now we start the dry snitch.
yeah, look.
I don't know who that shit is.
All right, yo, here goes some random shit. Would you kill baby Hitler? But you got to do it in a gruesome way. You know it's Hitler. You know what he's about to do. Would you kill baby Hitler?
Do bitches get abortions?
Damn. She answered that shit. I guess that was a clean cut answer, brother.
I think we could move on. We can,
I think that's the name of the show.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Do bitches give a...
You gotta
Yo.
kill him
My bad.
publicly. That's the only way it works.
It's Hitler.
What you mean, yeah? Kim K out here trying to reform niggas. You can't reform baby Hitler? Adopt that
Nah,
nigga to
man.
the hood. Bring him to the black people and
You gotta
shit. Let the
punt
black
that
people
nigga in
raise
the
him.
middle
Let
of
the
the
Jews raise him.
Let the
If he
Jews
was raised
raise
by
him.
some Jewish, you think he'd be the same motherfucker?
Probably, but on the opposite side.
That's cool.
That's a different story
Yeah,
there.
right. That's a good movie.
That's a flip.
That would be
I would
dope.
watch that shit on Netflix. I would really watch that.
You look up to any designers?
Like designers where
Any fucking anybody. 'Cause I don't really know any like crazy, like out there, graphic designers. You name any? Do you know any? Cause I don't.
I feel like they don't be putting their name on shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really know like any celebrity fucking graphic designers, but I do appreciate all the local designers and shit like that. Like, I appreciate seeing other people, you know, do the graphic shit, because it's not it. Sometimes people be like, "Oh, it looks easy to do and shit like that," and it's
Nah,
not.
fuck
It got
no.
there's a lot to
Remember
it.
that time I reached out?
No. Remember that time?
I hit her back up. I was like, yo, I showed her mad love because I was like, yo, this shit is some bullshit. Like, you either gonna fuck with it and have the patience, or you don't. And
Yeah,
I don't
definitely
have
My
takes
ADD
patience.
destroyed your card. My bad. I didn't mean it.
It's fine.
I didn't
That's
mean
a
it.
hard
I
money
didn't
and
mean
time.
it.
You see this?
I was just like, I just realized what I do. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, damn. I was just fucking.
Don't worry. Next time I'll make them like square size so they could be breakup chairs.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. And
That's dope. Fucking all the way up.
See, business is business. We always flipping.
Word. Who are some celebrities we can't stand?
half of them.
Half of them.
Whoever signs up for Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, I don't like none of that shit. I never watch any of that shit.
I just seen
Y'all niggas watch that shit.
And Dame love that shit.
I watch it. What the fuck is wrong with watching that shit?
That
shit is
weird. That's
weird.
why it's still on.
It just makes me
Honestly,
like
yeah,
mad.
I'm
Like,
trying to
why
figure
is
out
Joe
why.
Budden like?
I mean, there's something for
Why are you
I was
everybody.
still
surprised when I
like,
seen Joe Budden was on
You don't
that
even
shit.
need that bag.
Nah,
like,
he fucking with that sin chick.
It don't matter.
That's why they on there.
supposedly they're not even together.
That's his baby mom's. She got the mean slap.
I mean, I
find-
say like
Someone convinced him to go back.
I just don't find that shit entertaining at all. Like, I don't understand.
So
Like,
fake.
what? Like,
It's not.
Hands from
Yeah,
females.
it's a female show in a sense.
Niggas.
I honestly watch it for certain characters that be on it, like Jim Jones.
See, it's only for females.
Like Jim Jones be on there and shit. Like nigga, damn.
get your bag how you get it, but like that's not.
Papoose
I
and
don't
shit,
tune
like
in.
certain
Like,
individuals,
I'm
I
not
watch it.
The real motherfuckers.
following
I don't really
them or
care
nothing
for like
that.
the female part of that shit. 'Cause that shit just be straight drama.
I don't
That's
know
like
none of
watch
that
like
shit.
sometimes I watch like Black Ink and shit. The New York one, like that shit don't even be about tattooing. That shit be about them niggas fucking beefing the whole time. I'm like, yo, how
I
the
know what
fuck?
you want me to do.
This is a
I don't-
tattoo
I
show.
can't extend.
But you know what I mean, it all just it's just like a soap opera in a sense. You know what I mean? Like just something I just watch. Shit, it's on. I catch it. It is what it is.
That's your novella.
Pretty much.
I respect it.
Yo, novelas are crazy.
I used to love them shits when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, think if we had a reality show, like that, our shit would be some shit like that. If we had a reality
Novelas
show.
are different than soap operas, though.
I mean,
They
You
last
said what?
like I said, novelas are different
They
than
just
soap
finished
operas.
soap
Even though,
wait, what?
yeah,
How
even
so?
though they're the same thing, because novelas, Spanish novelas, they last for like a couple, you know,
No, they're like a
months.
year. No, they're like a year or some.
Maybe, but they don't last as long as Days of Our Lives. That shit's still going to this day, bro. To this day.
She was thinking my mom be
Yo.
watching that shit for
Nah, them
months.
just be going on forever. Cause you know regular shows have like what, like 10, 11 episodes. No, that shit's like a year and a half.
What's the youngest novela you remember?
Luis Clarita.
Yeah, nigga, that shit
Oh.
was the shit.
Oh.
No bullshit.
Was it Spanish?
Oh, you know what?
nigga?
Marima was my shit too.
What's that court chick that where people be fighting and shit? What's that
Casa
show called?
Central.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my grandma's shit.
See, that's that shit I be watching. I be like, I don't know. Mom, what she
They
say?
be
What she say?
having
What she say, mom?
Some real shit on there, like, well, not real, but you know, it'd be spicy.
Damn, where am I at?
What's your favorite one?
Oh, talking about court, Judge Judy. You saw that she's retiring the show.
That's
No
what's up.
time.
That shit been on for years.
25.
20 plus years.
God damn. That's
Shit, they signed Law and Order for what, 3 more seasons.
That's my
Yes,
shit. I don't give a
sir.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I was
That's my
hyped.
shit.
They deserve
Damn,
that.
only 3 nigga?
Who
They
said that? Who said
deserve
hell
that.
yeah?
Nah, they deserve that.
You fuck with that shit?
You see, he got the NBC hat on.
Yeah. I didn't even nigga.
NBC Sports. though.
Hey, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Shit, baby.
Different little broadcast. It's alright, though.
Nah, that's my
See,
shit.
I can't get into shit like
You
that.
don't rock with
Like,
Chicago PD either?
none of that shit.
I fucks with all Chicago shit is fire.
Yeah.
Chicago Med, fire, all that shit.
Yeah, that shit is hard. I like when they do like the joint episodes where they be like, oh, you gotta watch the next one, but it'd be like a
Like a
whole
crossover?
different, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Only thing I hated about Law and Order was the intro. Like, the music, like I don't know what it is. It just doesn't go with me.
You got to turn your TV down
Down
real
just
quick.
for the
Damn,
intro.
yo, this shit really that
I
loud.
love it. I
That
love
and
it.
Jeopardy music, those are the two that like it's like a teeth grinding for me. Like
The Jeopardy song put me to sleep immediately.
that shit crazy.
Y'all fuck with the Wayne Brady show?
Way back in the day.
This nigga just got Hulu or some shit. He's like, this nigga had a show.
That's
Oh my god.
It didn't even last the whole season. They canceled the fuck out of that shit. Cause I used to fuck with Wayne Brady on Whose Line Is It
really watch it.
Anyways,
I just
and then once I
saw it.
found out he got his own show, I was like, oh dope. But that shit
was
failed.
dope though. That show.
Whose Line? Hell yeah, that shit. That shit.
They need
was
they need
fire.
shit like that to come back. Like that was nice.
It is back. They got some chick hosting it. I forgot what her name was. I forgot what the hell her name was. But she's funny. Huh?
Chelsea
I
Handler.
love Chelsea Handler.
Nah, I don't know.
How y'all saying her whatever her name is? Chelsea Handler's a goat.
Lately.
That's who's hosting it. Nah, I don't think she's hosting that shit. Whose line is it anyways?
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know that shit was back on.
Nah, yeah, it is. The same old white dudes are back on that shit.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
I said Colin Farrell and what's the other dude's name? What the fuck's his name? Yeah, nigga look like Big Bird.
Yeah.
That
Isn't
motherfucker.
Wayne Brady on a morning game show or something?
I don't know.
No,
Oh
something.
yeah, I thought he was doing. Okay, first of all, we're talking about games, and this is I got this shit written down. You gotta play a game, any of these type of games, to stay alive, right? Which game do you think you can win?
Fucking Saw.
Which one do you think you can win? Ain't nobody playing Jeopardy. I know that for a goddamn fact.
Stay alive to win.
Yeah.
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Damn. That's a
You think? My family a little slow. I gotta die for you. Wrong answer. Like,
Yo.
who's gonna go with nah, I might have to fuck with what's that? Wheel of Fortune. I think I'll be alright.
I'm gonna fuck around with you.
how is that a thing though?
I know
Is
Wheel of
that
Fortune-
feasible for this?
Nah, it's not a game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a game. I feel
You
like.
losing with a fortune, brother. You're
Like
dead,
Uno.
brother.
I'm just
Playing
saying, you
Uno?
got more opportunities to win than that.
But Uno is way
That's
more
a
of a chance
cheating
game.
game,
That's
yeah.
chance. Like you have
You gonna
no
play
odds.
Uno?
Like you better like.
Bugging. You're not playing with me.
It's like Russian.
That ass gonna have
She
16
said
cards.
it's like,
I mean, there's some strategy to, it, but fuck.
we can play Uno, not Dell. This
nigga-
nigga's looking at their cards. I'm going, Uno. I'm going to win, nigga. This, life's on the line, nigga. Life's on the line.
Bullshit. I'll play Monopoly.
Oh,
Nigga,
hell
that
yeah.
game is
Oh,
not
yeah.
ending.
It's endless.
I'm good.
Has
So
any
good.
have any
He
anybody?
steals from the
The
bank.
killer
I
gonna
know.
I want to be the banker.
I don't think anybody's ever finished a whole game of Monopoly ever
No.
from beginning to
Without
end.
cheating?
For real.
You gotta cheat, bro.
Everybody.
to win.
That's the only way to play the game. If you're not trying to cheat, you're not trying to win that game. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
You gotta cheat. You gotta be the banker.
For real. You gotta be the banker.
somehow, cause you lose track of your money. You like, damn. I did skip myself a couple times. You start throwing yourself cash.
AKA cheating.
Oh, my bad.
I pass go.
Yo, I got quiet.
I
Y'all
swear,
knew that was
I swear I pass go.
Nah, I ain't never did that. I used to go for the small bills because nobody noticed them.
Telling your tricks, huh?
He ain't about to
I
play
wonder why I
Monopoly
can
no
never
time
beat you.
soon.
I wonder why I can never beat you. Dirty bastard.
Anybody got any like hidden talents that nobody knows about?
Tell him. It's time to tell him.
Well, we all look at him like, yo,
Right, that's why I'm like, this nigga Dave. He Dave can do some shit.
oh my god.
Nah, nobody got that. Everybody know what everybody's good at.
Go ahead, kid.
I don't know what you could do, nigga.
It's your shit.
Just your shit.
I got no hidden talents, nigga.
You got some hidden
Do the
talents?
splits. You can
Not that I know.
Dame is
Kenny could do the splits.
I wish I could
Yo.
do splits. I ain't gonna hold. If I could ever do a backflip or a splits, nigga, no
I
hold,
don't know.
nigga,
I
I
don't know
would be
if it's
doing
a
that
hidden
shit.
talent, but I can take the Corona bottle and open it with my mouth.
oh,
Yeah, that shit.
That's
Without razor in your teeth.
My brain hurts.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. You just gotta catch it on an angle.
Nah, that's hard.
No,
That's,
it's
that's
not.
scary.
Don't
Fuck
keep
hard.
doing that.
Nah,
For
that's
real.
terrible.
Every time I just like that, I'm like,
19.
She said, "Hum."
That's why I have
Yeah.
the Dominicans in New
Nin-
York. They don't teach you shit like that.
Yo.
Dominican people will teach you shit like that. You
Niggas
don't got a
just
can
bugging.
opener? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, dude. Sometimes it's like a bad habit, like the salsa. You know, you just
Mhm.
stab it a couple
I
times.
haven't done it- I haven't
Like,
done it
damn,
in
I
a
got
while,
a fucking
though,
whole electrical fucking can opener. Still stab that shit.
I don't know. I guess like I'm probably like really good at volleyball, and probably people wouldn't think that if you looked at me. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of, like a hidden talent or some shit.
You play volleyball.
I'm really good at it. Though, like,
Word, but people, not a lot of people know that.
yeah, you like what? You play actually? Like, I wouldn't think that. I mean, you know how you just play some shit for the first time, but like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you suck. Like, alright, it's not for me.
I thought you was like 3-time Western Mass Whistler of the Year or some shit.
Oh my god.
Nah,
That boy can whistle.
Can everybody in here whistle? Cause I know
Nah, I
people that
can't whistle.
You can't
Let's
whistle?
hear
I
it. Come
promise you.
on.
Worse than my fucking kids.
I promise
You
you I
can't do it
can't
though.
whistle. Nah, I don't know how to whistle.
I don't know how to do that either.
You don't know how
Yeah,
to
I can't
whistle?
do this shit.
Nah, I can't do it either. I thought
Y'all can do that acorn shit?
What's the acorn shit?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
remember that
whistle
shit
the
back in the
acorn.
day.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's good.
He said,
You gotta
The what? What was you doing?
No, I don't know what that nigga taught you. I don't know what that nigga taught you.
said, blow out.
I don't know what that nigga taught you.
What you
He
was
said,
doing?
blowing the acorn, Dane. That's not how you supposed to do it.
Yo.
bro.
How was you
Oh
doing?
my god.
Nigga, I don't know how to do it, but you supposed to have the shit like all the way to your lips, nigga, and you make a
All the way-
whistle with the acorn.
Oh, it's because it's something.
You never seen nobody make a whistle with the acorn top?
No.
I never seen
Yo,
that.
I
Never
know,
even heard of
crazy.
it.
We grew up in the
She's
project.
New York,
the way
nigga. They don't got acorns,
the way I was
nigga.
thinking.
See, y'all grew up in the building projects. Y'all projects is a high rise.
Yo.
So niggas don't need to whistle through the high rise.
Diablo.
Our projects was a
They don't
complex.
whistle. They yell,
Like
yeah.
when my mom was
That's
on the
it.
floor, she would call me
Y'all
Papa
niggas.
Stu.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh
used to get
my
whistles.
god.
I'm always straight. Amen. Like yelling out the window.
No,
Fuck
she
with
said,
you.
She used to
she'd
say your
my
middle name.
or she'll go.
Chill.
Nah, the lights.
You're not doing that.
I missed it.
I said she used to say his middle name. She used to scream his middle name out.
Anybody got any wild middle names?
Out there,
That's on there. Yo, what is it? You didn't want to say it in the group chat. All right, so look, this was a conversation in the group, and we said we was gonna bring this up.
Why you keep doing this?
What is your middle name, Dave? What is your middle name? Say it, because you can't spell it.
I don't even know how to say it.
How don't you know how to say
Yo,
your
I
own middle
just,
name?
nigga, I don't know how to spell it because I don't know how to say it.
That boy embarrassed.
What is it? You know it. You can't say it.
How do you spell it?
Like that. That's
I
what
don't
I
even, I really don't even know it.
That's fucked up.
Take out your ID.
That shit don't
That
say
shit
that
ain't
like
my ID.
That shit say
That shit
void.
don't even exist. I already
He deleted that shit from that.
Somebody shows up here. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it.
He's
That's
an
fucked up.
unknown.
My middle name Anthony. My shit is simple as fuck.
Mine's is Beth. Is white.
True.
Julian
I'm already
Beth.
out there, so.
What's your middle name?
It's in my profile.
What is it?
Michelle.
Michelle. Oh, I thought
You
that
gotta
was,
say
you
your
know.
shit now.
Michael.
That's what you were so afraid to tell us?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not that nigga middle name.
That nigga middle name
This
come from
nigga sound like a
Zimbabwe.
fucking
That's
Black
not
Panther
Michael,
character,
Michael.
nigga.
No, what the hell is Damian Michael Jones?
Yeah, but
That is not his
That's
middle
a
name.
killer.
that shit crazy, right?
That's a full-fledged fucking killer.
That's a straight.
That's your middle name for real?
Hell no.
He a whole lie.
No, that's not.
All right.
He had to take a sip of water to say his shit.
I guess I would say Steve.
I don't believe him now. I don't believe him now. I need
Steve.
Now you need a fucking birth certificate.
Common
All right,
names
so
you
now,
can think
so
of.
now I'm gonna really say it. All right, and y'all can't say what? Y'all can't ask me to say it again. Nothing.
All right, say it loud and clear.
I said one time. That's gonna be it. So, it's Shay Dante. You know what I'm saying that's
Oh
his
my
middle name.
God,
That's
yo.
his middle name.
That's
his middle
That's
name.
it. That's it.
Yeah, all right. So yes,
Yes, that's his middle name.
All right,
So what's your first name?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Damn.
Shadante.
See, I knew it.
That's his name, man. Dooders.
He got a name tag. Nah, it's clipped on his hip.
Yeah, like what?
Like, I'm your server.
They're all just from the.
Do you have any trash?
Are you like? They're gonna be like, yo, are you like transgender or something? Like,
You get fired for going through the trash.
picking out men.
That is fucked up.
That boy said his shit.
Yeah.
He said his shit.
Damn it, y'all forgot it.
Hell no.
See,
Shadante.
he had to say it again.
Right.
Now we all know that shit. It's like
First
telephone.
First fucking hire. Brag about his picture being on the wall and shit.
That is fucked up.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
This nigga puts his name on no fucking applications.
That'd be a fire ass
Nigga,
shit. The
that's-
brand though, right? You never heard that name a day in your life, huh?
No.
I thought, nigga, no bullshit. I thought you were making fun of my brother at first.
See,
No, that's his
I was
brand.
gonna write that to you and make you stumble. Cause I was gonna say it was Nate's last name and Shay's middle name, and have you just like sitting there scrambling.
Nigga, but it is.
It is, it literally is.
You have to do all of that Pictionary shit, though.
But he would have.
My brother's got some jacked up middle
Yeah,
names,
no
nigga.
bullshit, though.
One of my brother's middle names is Shalani, my
Yeah,
nigga.
that shit's crazy. He says this-
Shalani.
That's what I said.
What the fuck is a Shalani, ma? What the fuck is a Shalani?
Like right.
What the
Yo.
fuck is a Shalani?
Nigga, my
Nah.
father created my shit.
That's-
Yeah,
that's
that
some
sounds.
Nigga, nah.
Jamaican.
Shay's name, Dante Shane Dante, is technically his name. His name is Dante Shane Dante.
It was like so weird.
Like, what are y'all thinking? Like,
Nigga,
Y'all
they
want-
want to be creative.
and then another one of my brothers is named after a horse. I don't know if y'all know that.
Yo. What is it?
Damn.
You're already here. You might as well just keep going.
Yeah, Tiano. That's not that
I
bad.
never even heard of that.
Tiano.
I heard of Taino. I ain't heard of no Tiano.
It's spelled like that. Tejano. So yeah, he get the horse jokes for life. That shit is never. We are never gonna let that go. That's terrible.
Tell the whole horse joke that you guys tell them.
I don't know. We see a horse, we point and laugh. Like,
He said simple as that.
yo, like what you
Y'all
mean?
fucking sick.
And he
Yeah,
already
you
like it's
see
like
a horse and
that.
think about your brother.
Don't let us see a Mustang.
Oh, shit. Children can be so cruel.
For real. That is mean as hell.
I got one for you. What would make you beat another kid ass for your kid?
Another kid?
Yep.
Damn.
For your kid.
I don't think I'll do that.
First, I gotta find out where the mom is.
Parent ain't around.
Damn, that's
Kid
crazy.
talking out the side of their neck to you.
All right, let's say this kid is 17.
No.
He is 17.
He said that's old enough. He said that's old enough to throw him off. He said that's old enough to throw him off. Come here, little bitch.
Nah, I couldn't do
No,
that.
I
couldn't
don't
do that.
condone hitting
Y'all
somebody
sick.
else's kid.
couldn't
Y'all
do
sick in
that.
the
That's
head.
just
What happened to
crazy.
my
Somebody
kid?
touch
What
my
do you
kid
do?
is on-
Punch that nigga.
I said, what would condone? What would be the point that it will make you have to put your hands on another fucking kid? Y'all ain't been around these badass kids, have y'all?
No, there's some badass kids.
There are some badass
There's
kids.
some badass, blatantly
But it's not
badass
even
kids.
about the
You like,
badass
little
kids.
nigga, don't
It's
spit
about
on my kid.
it's about
Like,
me
shut the fuck up, I
putting
spit
my
on
hands
you.
on another
Like,
kid.
You ain't gonna spit on me. I'm gonna let you know right now. You ain't gonna
Like
spit.
if
That
another
nigga
kid is touching my kid inappropriately, like that might be the cut. That might
You
be
gonna catch him.
Nigga, I'm a Homer Simpson choke. Right? Yeah, Bart.
Would
yeah.
you say you wouldn't touch nobody? Kid, you lying
Nigga,
bastard.
if you get spit, if he spit on me, my
No, you
nigga,
said you wouldn't touch
he
nobody.
get spit on me. I'm not gonna. It's one of the things. That's like, I'm not gonna hit him.
No, you getting slapped.
It's like,
You don't do that.
When you spit on somebody, that's like so disrespectful.
yeah, that's
if
mad
it's like
disrespectful.
if it's like my kid is getting
me see that.
beat the fuck up like to like pulp like to blood, then that's a reason. If my kid is being sexually abused or something, that's a reason. Like shit like that, that might be a reason. But I don't really see myself hitting another kid. I'm a type of person. I'm gonna go to your mom first, and I'm gonna ask her what's up. And there shouldn't be any kids unattended. That's my thing in this day and age. Like I see so many kids by themselves when there's a lot of missing kids. There's a lot of shit happening. People ending up in the river. Like let's not be so free with our kids all around. Like,
Y'all seen that Gabriel Fernandez shit?
I didn't watch the Netflix.
That shit is a little too sad.
I'm an emotional when I watch it. I can't be watching shit like that.
That's a little too much.
Yeah. Y'all like. I ain't want to talk about that shit.
It's like a plot twist because you think like the most of the abuse is coming from the dad, and it's not. It's from the mom. It's the mom who's really fucking this kid up. Like,
Yeah, I mean.
but I felt like she was like it was.
That
like,
wasn't his
more
dad.
like
That was his
her.
boyfriend.
Like his stepdad, but
Yeah, that was
still.
her nigga.
like,
That wasn't his dad.
That wasn't even stepdad's status. I think it was 8 months or some shit.
that
I
was
said.
her
All
nigga.
right,
Like,
I don't want
that
to talk about
was
this.
her nigga.
I remembered what I forgot earlier.
Okay. So here we go.
This is that high shit. This is that high shit.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to clean the house.
It's about support and family support, cause people in your family, as same goes to the same shit. Do you feel like people in your family absolutely have to support you?
No.
Right. I agree.
don't. Like we can't just pretend we get along with everybody or that everybody's gonna be accepting of what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you got your abuela, she don't like you to fucking do rap music, and she's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same difference.
Once you blow, the man is out, or
It's always gonna be like that though. Like, people aren't gonna believe what you're capable of until you're capable of, and they see you doing what you're capable of. Then it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like I don't even think that a lot of my family probably even know that I do graphic design, or that that people do reach out to me and are clients of mine and shit like that. Like I don't think that all of them know what's really going on, and then when they do find out, it's like, oh shit, she does something, you know what I mean? So sometimes you keep shit to yourself and you just, try to keep people involved that are going to be accepting of what you're doing, no matter what it is.
Word. What are your ultimate goals? How big do you want this to be? Where do you want to see this?
Ooh. I don't know, as far as I could take it. I think, like I said earlier, there's room to grow. So I would like to see myself, doing things on a major level for, celebrities and people of higher statures, companies, bigger than what I'm doing right now. So everything's just growth,
Would you be okay with staying where you're at? Or absolutely not? You need...
I don't think I ever feel comfortable with just staying where I'm at. Like, I always feel like there's always that need to level up or do something different or just climb a new mountain or whatever. Like, I don't know. I guess it's like a thrill of, growing and doing something dope.
You plan on getting the camera?
Hmm?
You plan on getting behind the camera?
I'm really, like, no shade, but I'm really good behind the camera. I should do more. But I think it's like with the music, it'll probably be like personal or like in-house and shit. Like, I don't see myself
offering
offering my services on that level. And if I do, I don't want people to be like, oh, this bitch didn't do it for me, but she's doing it for that. Like, it's just a vibe. Like, I have to be in the mood and want to do shit to do it,
Word. Like, did you stop writing completely, or you still writing?
No, I write.
Word.
I write. and I got, you know, songs and shit like that. I just haven't recorded them.
Word.
I recorded something recently with Ali Fast. Shout out to him.
Word.
And yeah, I got a song on Fabe shit. Yeah, the one that y'all put on the flyer. There's a couple things that I did, like, you know, recently and shit like that, but it's all personal. I do want to do something that's like single-ish or whatever, but that might be like out of surprise. Like y'all might not know when I'm gonna drop it. I might just be like, boom, it's today, type shit. But main focus right now is the graphics and trying to elevate this shit to the next level and beyond.
This is gonna be a weird question, right? If you could know any statistic about your life, like if you want to know any amount of number of anything, what would that be? What would you want to know?
The amount of money I spend on bills.
On bills?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
I wanna know a grand.
Is it depressing?
Yeah.
So,
I just want to see.
nah,
I just want to see that number.
I'm good. I don't want to see that number. You got anything? Nothing? How many bars you at?
I want to know how many days I got left.
Damn.
You say any statistics? So if you could tell me the genuine amount of days I got left.
Nah, I meant any statistic,
Hey,
like
say-
up
no,
until
no,
your
no,
life.
don't
Like,
flip it,
that's,
don't flip
I
it,
didn't
don't
switch
flip
it
it,
up.
Don't flip it.
I didn't switch it.
Any statistic about your life. How many days I got left?
To be fair, the amount of days you have left is not a statistic, though. Statistic has to be based on information that's been input. You can't gauge that like that.
Food intake, age,
He about to break it down.
surroundings. Come on now, everything you do and put in your body takes away time. Smoking, drinking, all of that is a statistic that then leads the same way a doctor tell you. Well, you got this because you've been doing this for 10 years.
That's also depressing.
Yeah.
Hell
No.
yeah. But shit, if I
I know.
knew.
But why? We're dying every day, so why not live every day like you're dying?
Word.
It's
You know,
different
or
now.
tomorrow's your
If you
last
had
day.
24 compared to if you had motherfucking 3 million, it's a difference. 24, motherfucker, I'm going out with a bang.
Them last 24 days,
Shit,
nigga.
I can't get hit. Gotta go rob this bank. Nigga, my fault. Sorry, y'all. Late to this robbery, my fault, y'all. This fucking bank.
Shit crazy.
I don't know. I can't think of shit. Somebody was mentioned how many, as football players, how many times we get up because we always fucking falling. Like, you tackle, you fall, you always on the fucking floor. How many times you think you got up off the fucking floor? Yo,
That'd be a good thought. I don't know.
that shit
I
is
would think a very, very low number and probably be extremely high.
yeah, that shit is ridiculous. I saw somebody say that they cut weed with Reggie. They cut they.
We have to hurt.
Who's Reggie?
What?
AZ? That dirt?
Brother, Reggie
Why
ain't
we
been
all
around since
tuned
like
in a little
05.
closer? Like, we like,
This
what?
shit. Reggie ain't been around since 05. Nigga.
Yo, that's what I just see the status today. So I said they cut their weed with Reggie, and they was like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I was like,
Where you getting that from?
Yeah.
Basically.
I don't know. That's King
He got a
too.
fucking Mexican plug?
That's that store-bought
I was about to ask her if y'all ever heard of that, but obviously not.
I ain't heard of Reggie since like 05, 06.
bullshit, bro.
That's crazy.
Even the
Reggie.
older people, you know how older people usually be smoking like AZ and shit. No, them niggas
They
be
have some
smoking
loud
gas.
pack now.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It's still around. Just depends on who you.
Reggie though? Not AZ, Reggie. Reggie was the brown shit when half of it was seeds and half of it was timber.
Yeah, timber.
She used to break up like straight wood.
Stunk so bad.
I'm all set with that. Don't bring that shit to the podcast.
It's like food. It got a life experience. It got a life expectancy on when it's gonna dry up and when it's.
Oh my God, what's the statistics?
Niggas love statistics, I swear.
It's a stereotype about people who wear black uptowns true.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Gay sweat.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are some stereotypes about niggas that wear black uptowns?
You don't fuck with them.
I'm motherfucker ready for action.
You ready to fight?
Especially if they tie
You
him tight.
catch a nigga in some brand new J's. You right. You catch a nigga with a brand new J's. Like, he ain't gonna fight you. That might be a shooter. You catch a nigga with some black Air Forces, he'll knock your ass out. That nigga's ready for anything. Anything. What's up?
Say nothing but boom, boom.
If you not about
Why
that
is that
shit,
a
talk crazy.
thing?
Nigga, because niggas get that action in. Shoes.
That shit is fucking.
You ain't never seen when a female go fight, she go switch her shoes and put on some Vaseline or something? So if she already got those shoes on,
It's like the superpowers.
Exactly.
she didn't go switch her shoes. She walk around with these motherfuckers. You ain't gotta ask no questions.
But they're not a clean pair. They're all beat up.
Yeah, if they beat up, you really know. If them shits are beat up, I put my hands in my pocket when I walk back. Nah, fuck you. 2 on 4. You only want $2? Yeah, I don't need this nigga to know how much money I got. This nigga sketchy as fuck.
That's fucked up.
This nigga look sketchy. Fuck you. I got a strong $2. That's it.
Niggas is dangerous.
I see some fucked up shit. Somebody said they wish they were white so they could wear dirty sneakers and nobody could say anything about it.
I agree.
Because
That's white
people,
privilege.
if you
White
could walk
privilege.
around with dirty ass sneakers and nobody say anything about it.
Because it's kind of like a style in a sense for them.
Nah, they just wear them so they fucking.
It's because
Yeah, that's what I'm
urban.
saying. Like,
It's because
What?
urban people are materialistic.
I didn't want to break the news.
yeah.
I did not know that. I did not be paying attention. That shit.
You live in the city, you're gonna do a lot of walking, even if you're rich.
You got some fly ass, dirty looking kicks.
But when you see the dirty kicks, you don't think like, hey, nothing. You just think he might got some money.
White people
But it
tie their
looks right,
shoes
though.
dumb funny.
They be choking.
I don't
Shit
think
you pay
white.
attention to.
Y'all think white people choke this shit, like their shoes? Like, I feel like when they take their shoes off, they got the imprint on the top of their foot, like other laces.
I'm about to have me looking at white people's feet and shit.
Yeah, I said that ass. Next time I go to Big Y, I'm just gonna look down.
Yeah, that's so
It's
deep.
like their bottom part is loose, but you can just tell it. Damn, that shit's just down tight. Like, nigga, you got them shits on your feet, huh?
Nigga, never get a sprained ankle. Nigga. That shit is fucked up.
On you. You ain't got a second guess nothing.
Oh my god.
They
Anybody?
gotta be
Yo, how
New
many-
Balances too.
No bullshit. Y'all tie y'all shoes?
Yeah. What?
What the fuck else do? Mommy?
Nah, 'cause
Yo, you see this face?
we got
You see
Velcro.
this
That's a
face?
whole line
He
of
said
grown ass
no.
men who said,
See?
hell no. Like,
See?
Yo.
Yeah.
That was weird.
All right, so do you buy the short laces? This question is more for them. Do your shoes come like that, or do you get like the laces that are like short?
It depends what you wear.
Those are the regular laces. These are regular laces. They just not
Wear
lace.
them loose. You're ready for whatever.
Y'all niggas.
bro, you got shit.
Yeah.
People that ain't go out and ask you like that.
You give a quick pull to tighten them up when you're ready to get ready.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that gotta be
yo.
on.
There you go. See,
That shit is dumb funny.
I don't even wear my shoes tied at all.
Yeah, you got the sandals with the socks.
Now,
The good old SWS, right?
Yeah.
even my sports cleats, I get them fitted so that way I don't have to tie my
You
laces.
cook.
What you mean?
You're cooked.
Everybody knows your shoes are tied.
Yeah.
I need a little space. I can't have a
Brother, you gonna get some ankle sprints, brother. Yeah, stop doing that.
I'm flat.
He's trying to make his foot smaller.
Stop doing that. You're bugging, bro. You heard this nigga?
Nah, what he say he
He
did?
don't lace his football
Lace
cleats.
my football.
Oh, you bugging.
Nigga.
He trying.
Fit right to my foot.
Right.
Fit right to my
Negro, please.
That means are too small.
Right. He getting a 0.7 size smaller.
That's why
You ain't got
They're my
9.2s.
size.
right.
They're my size.
Oh, fucking alligator ass.
I have to show you.
That's why.
Yo, I asked this before. Yo, do you guys go sock shoe when y'all putting y'all stuff on, like y'all shoes on? Like, do you put a sock on, then your sneaker, and then a sock on, and then a sneaker? Nope, nobody does that here,
He
right?
said that psychopath.
Right, nobody does this here, right? All right, just making sure.
I didn't even know they
Do
were
you do
doing
that? No. No. All
Socks,
right. Cool.
socks is like the first thing I have to
Noted.
trust.
I'm telling you,
CD.
it is. It definitely is. I'm dealing with a psycho. I'm telling you. All right, here, last question.
I'm dealing with a cycle. Nobody heard that shit.
Yeah. Yo, I tell her all the time. I was like, yo, nobody does that shit. Yo, I'm telling you. I promise you, yo. I promise you. Nobody does that shit.
What if something
She said
happened,
she don't like
in
getting
the
her
moment?
socks dirty, so she puts
I
that
respect
sock
it.
straight into her shoes.
I respect it. Cherish the socks. Cherish the socks.
Fuck that. If you got the socks already, you might as well.
Yeah, I don't like my socks to get dirty, but I always got my like, I'm shower bound. It's like socks, slippers, whatever. Then I go get the rest of myself dressed. If it's like I'm about to get ready to go and I'm in my room type getting dressed, then it's like my socks, shoes, boot. Like I don't just put boot.
What do you put on first? Do you put on your panties or your bra?
What you put on?
I usually
I said this a little sketchy.
Hey, you disclaimer. You see who asked
Dave.
the question.
Underwear.
Dave, she's talking
See
to
who
you.
asked the question.
I
We
told
ain't
that
asked that
boxer.
shit.
Alright, so for the men, what do you guys put on first? Your wife beater or your underwear?
That yo, if you put on your beater first, you are weird, nigga. If you put on your beater first before your drawers, nigga, you are.
Nigga looking like he got a nightgown on and
Yo,
shit.
you are weird, yo. Yo,
You just got your
I
wife?
promise you, you are weird.
That's when your bitch comes to you and smack your
I
ass.
typically come out straight body.
Since you wanna have your ass out.
Nigga, that is OD.
You let your girl smack your ass?
Nigga, no. Nigga, nigga what is this, nigga? Yo.
You let your girl smack your ass?
You don't want to answer. You know what that mean? You let your girl smack your ass?
I think we already talked about this. I'm gonna say with that smacking ass shit.
What if you was just in your beater for something? You first have to
She
shower.
bringing your drawers
Straight
on
beater,
here, man.
right? She pick your drawers out for you and shit.
I don't wear beaters.
And she just smack you.
I don't wear beaters, and she's not smacking my ass. You know what I'm saying?
So just a light pat. Oh my god. That's a terrible way
Y'all
to
said girls
end.
rub your feet though, right?
I mean,
Remember
yeah,
y'all
I don't
girls-
got terrible feet, so yeah, she's fine.
Why don't
You
y'all
are
let her
worried?
smack y'all ass?
That's
You
What
do
is
that.
going
Those are
on
way
here?
two
I don't
different
get my
things.
feet touched by my shorty, nor my ass smack. So I'm just trying to figure out why you guys.
What does getting your feet rubbed have anything
like one,
to?
how come you guys like the other?
Your feet don't get touched by nobody.
That's fine.
Mei Ling.
It may
Ling
lean.
would not touch your feet, brother.
Like, oh no.
Kim, all of them motherfuckers. They would kick your ass straight out, nigga. Straight
That's
out.
terrible.
nigga.
All right. I'm a good customer. Yeah, good customer. Come back.
Oh yeah, I seen your post. Yeah.
Come back.
You-
Oh my god.
you
So
ever
you
take
clean
your
his
hand
toes.
This nigga gets surgery.
No, but I do want to do that.
Okay.
Not because like, oh sure he needs it, but just I just like that shit too.
How about you?
What'd you say?
You never took your man to a spa, got him pampered?
Oh, I've done pampering. Yeah.
Oh, shit, I did
You had to pay for that? You paid for that or did you get pampered?
I've never been in either situation.
What?
I've never.
You never been
Dame's
to
a
spa?
hoe.
You
was
never
there.
gotten like roses
You
on the
was there,
bed,
nigga.
nothing like that.
Oh,
No
I'm saying, did
chocolates,
you
no
pay for that
nothing.
yourself, nigga? Or did somebody pay for that for you?
What you mean?
The post that you just put up the other day where you was at?
Oh, somebody paid for that for me.
Damn, Bow Wow's in the building. You heard?
For a second.
This nigga look.
You confused me for a second. But yeah, that was paid for.
I got into 10 arguments about that post, nigga.
Actually, I got mad.
Look at him scratching his back.
You keep bringing that post
Yeah.
up, nigga. Damn.
That was a good post though.
Hey, you didn't remember it though.
What are some
did, I
keys to having a long-lasting relationship?
Wow.
Doing
Everybody
what the fuck
knows.
we've been doing for the past hour.
Huh?
Doing what the fuck we've been doing for the past hour.
Okay, laughing, chilling, building.
Yeah. Without no communication, that shit is basura. For real, for real. Yeah, I want to hear from y'all because we will never have this opportunity. I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, we want to hear you. What shot put?
Oh, about like what? Like I said, like communication.
Yeah.
I mean,
List of stuff. Probably like.
we don't be,
Yeah, like,
nah,
y'all niggas.
I won't get too deep into it, but I mean, we have our moments when we, disagree on shit, and you smoke your L, I smoke my own L.
Oh
Damn,
my
nigga,
god.
separate L's. That's
Those
what
be
you
the
know.
good times.
Yeah, that's how you know.
That shit
You're
is.
making an emphasis that you're on this side of the bed.
Yo. Damn.
That shit is dumb funny.
Nah, but for the most part, I
Not
mean,
having
we've
to
been
start
cool.
over, not having to, just building with somebody, connecting, like figuring out what's, it takes two people to build each other, you know what I mean? And you have to be 100%, then come together, you know what I mean? Like, to make that 200, it's not 50-50. You have to be 100% happy with yourself, what you're doing, you know what I mean? And then that person has to be, bring their happiness to you. You have to make yourself happy before you could try to make somebody else happy, you know what I mean?
Word.
So, and then y'all meet somewhere in the middle and, try to figure shit out.
Word.
But it's definitely building and having respect for each other, having loyalty, trust, all that extra shit, connecting, vibing, being a fucking avatar,
And go do shit. Go do shit.
Yeah, you can't just do the same shit
Go do
every
shit.
day
It don't
or
even feel
every
like a relationship no more. It just feels like I just live with my best
Go
friend.
to Canada to look for Pokemon
Yes,
characters.
Go to Canada, go to Philly, go to
Yeah.
fucking
Go to
a
fucking
Griselda
basketball games.
concert, go to
Go to
070
fucking Rolling Loud.
go to
Word.
fucking,
Plug all your shit. What you got going on? Where all your people's gonna be at? Your social media, everything.
Everybody, Studio Rebels. Y'all can follow me at Studio Rebels Graphics on IG or Facebook. Studio Rebels Direct. Everything Studio Rebels. Everything at Miss Julian Beth. That's where you can find me. My info's on there. Everything. My artwork. Email. Everything. So, Studio Rebels.
Word. Hell yeah. Yo. All right. Subscribe. Stop playing.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
stop playing.
Subscribe.
Y'all want me to do like what she don't like? Start tagging motherfuckers?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Word. All right. Until next week. We out this hoe.